On Capitol Hill this afternoon, senators received a classified briefing on Russia's war in Ukraine. Independent Senator Angus King of Maine took part in it. He's just back from the region, a trip to Poland. Senator King serves on both the Senate Intelligence and Armed Services Committee. I spoke to him earlier. Senator, appreciate you joining us. I know you can't reveal classified intelligence, obviously, but what are you able to say about the briefing you got today about the war and how it squares generally with the public perception of where things are headed?
Well, I think it was generally responsive to exactly what we're seeing, what you're reporting, Anderson, with a little more detail. But this is a crucial period that we're moving into now. The Russians do seem to be refocusing toward the east, and the danger is that they encircle the Ukrainian troops and squeeze them pretty substantially. And of course, the other danger is that Putin returns to his normal modus operandi of just hammering civilians in cities like he did in Aleppo with Assad and Grozny in Chechnya. And so the next 2 weeks are really going to be crucial to see if the Ukrainian forces can keep up the extraordinary level of fight that they have over the last several weeks. But we're getting the arms to them. That was a lot of the subject of the briefing today. We're getting humanitarian aid. Refugees are now over 4 million have left the country, 6 million displaced inside the country. 90% of those refugees are, I don't think 90%, but a very high percentage are children. So the situation right now is dangerous. Here's the irony, and here's the danger, Anderson. As the Ukrainians succeed and bring more pressure to bear, the danger is that Putin is more desperate and takes more desperate measures, either through more bombardment of the cities, through a cyber attack, or, Lord help us, the use of nuclear weapons.
I'm wondering what you make of the reporting that U.S. intelligence believes that Vladimir Putin may not have been or is not getting full information about the details of the war by his military advisors. If that is the case, what does that suggest to you?
Well, it's really dangerous, and I think it's clearly the case. Either he got bad intelligence and has been getting bad intelligence all the way along, or he got good intelligence and didn't listen to it. I suspect it's a combination of both.
Do you put much stock in this claim of de-escalation? I mean, Russia's Ministry of Defense saying it's moving to drastically reduce forces around Kyiv. There's a lot of Ukrainians who believe this may be just an attempt to re-outfit, resupply whatever troops they have there.
Well, I think it's a little of both. I think what they made a fundamental mistake at the beginning of this war when they thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They divided their forces. Any general will tell you, you never divide your army. They divided their army essentially into 3 pieces, and now what they're doing is reconsolidating. They've decided they're not going to be able to take Kyiv, at least not now, and they're consolidating in the south and the west. One of Putin's strategic goals is a land bridge from Russia along the Black Sea to Crimea. And that's what's going on right now, is trying to ensure that. The other thing that we have to be concerned about, that the Ukrainians have to be concerned about, is that he traps them. He gets the Ukrainian forces down in that southeast corner and then encircles them and can just pound them with artillery and missile strikes. So the Ukrainians have to be very careful to not get trapped, obviously, but they do want to confront him and try to have the same kind of success they had up near Kyiv.
Yeah. Senator Angus King, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anderson.